my name is Gillian and welcome back. On this channel, I make videos all about intentional living, entrepreneurship, and success. If you haven't already, click that red button below and subscribe. I make 2 videos every single week and I would love to have you join me for the next one. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to stop procrastinating and being lazy. Believe it or not, I used to be really lazy and I had a terrible problem with procrastinating. In fact, I would consider it the #1 thing that was holding me back from becoming successful and living out my dreams. I would put off things as simple as washing the dishes or going to the gym, and things as big as writing a book or starting a business. Pretty much anything that I said I wanted to do, I seemed to think that watching Netflix or reading books was more important. So if this is something that you struggle with and you feel like you need a little bit of a push to get up off your butt and start taking action, then I think you're gonna find these tips really helpful. My first tip is to make a list of everything that you think you need to get done. We all have stuff that we need to take care of, whether it's goals that we have for ourselves or just random to-do list items, and as long as you're trying to keep all of these things in your brain and you're trying to remember all of them, you're using a lot of your brain power and decision-making power trying to store all of this information and sort through it and decide exactly what you should be doing next. You'll keep mulling over all these different tasks over and over again, and it will make you feel overwhelmed and be really distracted. This makes it hard to take action on the things that you want to be getting done, and it makes you feel like there is so much to do that you don't even know where to start. You can deal with this by doing a big brain dump and writing down every single thing that you need to get done. My next tip is to choose one thing that you're going to work on first and write out a step-by-step plan of exactly what you need to do. Now, if you choose something simple to do first, like going to the gym or washing the dishes, then this might seem like overkill. You might think, well, I know exactly what I need to do in order to get this done, so why should I bother to write out a step-by-step plan? But even if it's a simple thing that you want to get done, we often feel overwhelmed by actually doing it. Writing out a really clear step-by-step plan can help you see exactly how simple it is and what you should be doing first. This makes taking action a lot easier, and it leads me on to my next tip, which is to start with a really simple, really easy action. So if you think that you want to go to the gym, instead of trying to get up the willpower to make yourself go to the gym, just decide to do one little thing. For example, you could put on your gym shoes or decide what you're gonna wear. There's virtually no friction to doing one of these really easy tasks, but it gets you moving, it gets you headed in the right direction, and it gets you one step closer to actually doing the thing that you want to get done. So decide what that first step is, and then just do it. Here's a couple different examples. If you want to go to the gym, put on your gym shoes. If you want to clean up your whole house, set a timer for 5 minutes and commit to cleaning for 5 minutes. If your inbox is overflowing and you feel like you need to deal with all of it, commit to just answering 2 emails right now. You know, it is super easy watching a video about how to stop procrastinating, but what is a little bit harder is the next time you feel like procrastinating, actually choosing to take action instead. So if you want to preemptively deal with that situation, then you can head over to my website. There's a link down below, and you can download this checklist that I put together so that next time you feel like procrastinating, you can work through these 5 steps instead. Just make sure that after you click the link and download it, you actually go find it in your email and drag it over into your primary folder so that you are able to download it and get the checklist. Rather than just hoping that next time you feel like procrastinating, you're able to find the willpower to get over it, how about you choose to take this action now so that you have a plan in place? My next tip is whenever you're going throughout your life, going throughout your day, and you think of something that needs to get done, you schedule it right then. You don't need to do it right then, okay? You don't need to distract yourself in that way, but you can pull out your planner or pull out the calendar app on your phone and you can just put it in your calendar. That way you can stop thinking about it. This way you're planning instead of procrastinating, and that is a much better habit to get into. When you get to the day that you chose to complete that task on, you only have a couple tasks on that day that you've scheduled, and they're not nearly so overwhelming. Also, you've already made the decision and the commitment to do it on that day, so you get to save yourself that struggle of trying to convince yourself to do it. You've already decided, so there's nothing left to decide. My next step is to develop routines. The power of routines is so strong, and if you can use this power for the good of getting things done in your life, then you will get a lot more done. So if you want to go to the gym every single day, then try going to the gym at the same time every day and going through the same routine as you get ready for the gym. Maybe you want to go 3 times a week, so have it be the same 3 times every week. Maybe you're trying to get into the habit of eating healthy meals, but you keep procrastinating on actually cooking anything. In that case, you might want to choose just a few simple healthy meals and make them over and over again. This can help you get into the routine of eating healthy. If you are like a lot of people and you're constantly procrastinating keeping your house clean, then what you can do is to get into a habit of cleaning for 10 minutes every night before you go to bed, or you could create a simple chore routine and you could have a certain task that you do on a set day every single week. I use both of these strategies and it helps me keep my house way cleaner. I used to be such a slob, but this has made a huge difference. So we all have those things in our lives that we really want to do, but we keep putting them off, and it's because they are boring or hard or uncomfortable or they're just not fun. So if you have things in your life that are like that, and maybe it's something like eating healthy or going to the gym or blogging consistently or working on writing a book, whatever it is, find a way to make those things more fun and more enjoyable. For example, if you want to be cleaning your house more consistently, then you could make it a lot more fun by putting on some music you love or listening to an engaging audiobook. Or if you want to go to the gym more often, then you could get some workout clothes that make you feel amazing. Beyond doing practical things to make what you're doing more fun and more interesting, you can also use your mental power to get yourself a little bit hyped up when you do something so that you have a more positive memory of it. So for example, let's say you want to practice eating healthy food and you want to get in the habit of eating a more healthy diet. But every time you eat healthy food, you just think, oh, I don't really like this, it's not really enjoyable, I wish I was eating such and such. And so then when you think about eating healthy food, you have all those negative thoughts come up, and it makes it a lot harder to motivate yourself to actually do what you want to do. But instead, next time you eat something healthy, use your mental power and pretend like you're really enjoying it. Even if it's not your favorite thing to eat, you can still tell yourself, wow, this is so good. I'm so glad that I'm eating healthy food. This particular flavor is so delicious. You can find things about the experience that you like and you can get excited about them. That way, when you think about eating healthy food or whatever it is that you're trying to do, you'll have positive memories and positive emotions associated with doing that thing, and it will be so much easier to actually get yourself to do it. My next tip is another mental trick, and that is simply to remind yourself that the thing that you want to do or the thing that you're doing is not actually hard. There is nothing actually difficult or extremely challenging about going to the gym. There is nothing actually difficult about writing a blog post. All of these things are just actions. They're no more difficult than doing whatever you're doing right now. The only thing about them that is hard is that you have to change your status quo. You have to get up off the couch and switch the activity that you're doing, and making that simple shift, making that decision, is the only hard part. Once you make the decision to do it and you simply stand up, going through the motion of doing whatever you're trying to get done is actually easy. So you just need to tell yourself that. You need to think about, what is really hard about this thing I want to do? And the answer is probably pretty much nothing. Maybe it's a little bit difficult, but it's nothing that you don't have the strength to do. And my final tip is, whatever you want to do, take responsibility for that and don't let circumstances get in your way. Everybody has obstacles in the way of doing everything that they hope to and want to do, but the people who become successful and actually take action on their dreams are the people who choose to figure out a way, and they decide to take responsibility and do things anyway. Sure, there are challenges, but they're nothing that you can't overcome. We all have challenges, we all face difficulties, but you can figure it out. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up. Those are all my tips for how to stop procrastinating and being lazy. These are the things that really helped me the most when I was struggling with taking action on the things that I wanted to get done, and I tried a lot of different things. I experimented in a lot of different ways to figure out what could actually help me, and these are the things that had the biggest impact. If you enjoyed this video, it would really help me out if you could give it a big thumbs up so that more people could find it. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. I make 2 videos every week about intentional living, entrepreneurship, and success, and I would love to have you join me for the next one.